Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel, Motivation 101. This is Craig here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are on whatever part of the world you're at. I'm here to do the second video in the series about motivation. So this will be video 2. We'll call it Motivation 102. And I'm going to talk about 3 key factors in mastering and understanding how your mind works. And if you can understand it and master it, then you're going to meet all your success and get everything you want, and so on and so forth, whatever it be, riches, those kind of things. So basically, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. The donations are graciously accepted at the PayPal link below or in the About section of my page. And without further ado, we'll get right into it. I just want to mention 3 of my mentors. The Mystic Yogi Sadhguru is extremely famous. And I spent many thousands of hours listening to and watching his programming. Also Tony Robbins and also Dr. Bruce Lipton. And a lot of these concepts they talk about as well, and they're scientific fact. So 3 things. Let's make it easy. If you understand how these 3 things operate, everything and anything you wish in this world can be yours. So number 1, understand your old programming in your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind was programmed between the time you were born and the time you were 7 years of age. It's old data, it's old programming. It takes care of your vital functions, it protects your ego, it gives you basic instincts when you're hungry, how to get food, those kind of things. But it also contains your limiting thoughts and beliefs. Whatever was programmed and whatever data was put in there while you were between the ages of 0 and 7 has remained in there, and there's an infinite data program there. It's the most complex computer program on the planet, and you can put as much data in there as you want, and it'll always be retained. It'll never get lost, and it'll keep coming up and taking over your life, because the subconscious mind runs 95% of the time. And 95% of the time, that's not your focus, and that's not your conscious creative mind. It's just old programming data. Anything that was put in there is stored and it just comes out again. And it's your comfort zone. So if you're very comfortable working your 9 to 5 and you just get by and you just have enough money to pay your bills, then that's what it's going to protect for you. That's what says, hey, let's keep you here. We like it. We know that program. We have that program. We've been doing it for 30, 40, 50 years, however long you've been working. You don't need to be a superstar, rich, wealthy, have money in the bank, be successful. We're good the way we are. We like complacency. And that program will run over and over and over. And every time your focused mind tries to do something about it, the subconscious mind is going to try and trump it and say, no, there's no data in here about that. Being successful, being rich, driving a BMW, owning 3 condos in Vancouver or wherever you are in the world. No, there's no data in here for that. We can't do it. We've never done it. We don't do it. We don't know how to do it. So these limiting beliefs, they get played back over and over and over again. They hold you back. And that's kind of where they come from. So if you had old computer software right now and it wasn't working for you in your company or your program, then basically you'd probably go out and buy a new computer. And you might have the one you have upgraded because it's a little bit cheaper. But at the end of the day, the old program wouldn't work. It would slow you down. It wouldn't help you with your success at work. Wouldn't be able to do some of the functions you needed to do, just like your subconscious mind. And that's kind of how hypnosis works as well. Hypnotists actually get you into a state of theta, that time between when you're very sleepy and you're just about asleep, and when you actually go into sleep and REM sleep. And basically they take that opportunity to put thoughts in your mind because of number 2. So number 2 is, in order to reprogram your subconscious mind, all you need to do is realize it does not know the difference between perception and reality. Think about the movie The Matrix. All of a sudden you got programmed in and plugged in to learn how to do martial arts, and voila, you started kicking butt. Excuse me. So at the end of the day, how does that happen? You never actually learned martial arts. You didn't spend years and years studying, start off at a white belt, come out at a black belt. How does your body know how to do this? How does your conscious mind know how to do this? Pretty simple. The program was changed. The data was put in, so the data can come out. So the main thing is basically that you reprogram it And you do this every night, and I'll recap at the end how you're going to do that. Because if you believe you were born rich and you grew up rich, and you repeat that data over and over again into your subconscious mind, guess what? It's going to actually believe that happened. Excuse me. So whether you were an athlete or you thought you were an athlete, wealthy, successful, what have you, wouldn't matter. Doesn't know the difference between perception and reality. Doesn't really know, doesn't really care. Okay? So you put headphones on when you go to sleep at night, pick any affirmation program you want, and put the earplugs in, and as you fall asleep every night, your subconscious mind is going to start to slowly get reprogrammed over time, repetitively. And let's move on to number 3. Your conscious mind is creative, but it only operates 5% of the time. So if you're creating solutions or trying to find or focus on something to make yourself successful or famous or rich or whatever it is you want, 5% of the time isn't much of a day. 24 hours in a day, 5% of the time, sometimes not even 5% of the time, you may get distractions, so it's not completely focused for a significant period of time. So at the end of the day, conscious mind, it's like the honeymoon effect. You ever notice when you fell in love, all of a sudden everything didn't matter? Your job that sucked is great all of a sudden. Your house that sucked is perfect. Everything in the world looks green and rosy and everybody's perfect and life is good. That's the honeymoon effect. Eventually, that kind of wears off because your focused mind starts, that 5% gets overrun by your subconscious programming as you go to work every day and you start saying, well, you know, here I am driving in my car, going to work again, getting on the bus, going to the crappy job that I hate again. Because your subconscious mind says that's your ego. That's who you are. That's what you deserve. This is all it knows because that's the data that was input. So it can only replay data that's put in there. So if you don't want to reprogram it or you don't believe this stuff, then you will just continue. You will continue in the way that you always have. And every time you try to change it, the subconscious is very powerful and persuasive, 95%. It's running the show most of the time. When you're sleeping, it's controlling everything that functions in your body, your heart, your lungs, all the function of your brain, everything. It's controlling all the smooth muscle. So this is what's happening and this is what it's doing. So it's very difficult to overcome it and just say, let's stay focused 95% of the day with my focused mind. Basically, almost impossible to do. But here's 3 things. So let's recap the 3 things that I talked about, the 3 keys to understanding how your mind works. Number 1, 95% of the time, your subconscious mind is running the show, but you don't even really notice. And it's old programming, and it happens. You ever drive somewhere and you go, hey, I got here. I wasn't paying attention. How did I get down that street and that street? And I don't even remember driving there. It's your subconscious mind. It just takes over. Your focused mind was having a little nap. Key number 2, your subconscious does not know the difference between reality and perception. So if you can constantly reinforce and reprogram during your sleep time and in your early morning time with affirmations, what it is you want and what it is you are, and don't say this is what I want. You say, I am rich, I am successful, I am wealthy, I am smart, I am intelligent, I am an athlete. Because then your subconscious mind says, well, it has to be true because this is the input data that I've received. So it has to find the reality in that, and it doesn't even matter if it finds the reality. It will find the perception, which is reality, because remember, the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference. So think about that movie, The Matrix, if you ever saw it. And number 3, your conscious mind is creative. It facilitates your wealth and success. It's the thing that's going to show you the path. So stay hyper-focused on what your goal is. Repeat your goals. And try and activate your focused mind more often during the day. Take a time out, take a breather, take a couple breaths, think about what it is you truly want, but attach energy. Everything in the universe is energy. Every living thing, every non-living thing, we are all energy source. If you don't attach emotion, which is energy, into your thought or your focused mind, then there's no like attracting like. And the greater energy you put into it, the greater like attracts like, i.e. the greater energy that's going to come back to you. Same difference if you share the vibrational frequency of money. Money is just paper. It's just notes on paper. In fact, most of it's electronic now. It has a vibrational frequency on the planet. So this is quantum physics. This is basic stuff. It's known. You can look it up. You can review it in Google. And every cell in your body is energy. And energy never dies. It's never created. It transforms. So you attach emotional energy with your focused mind on what it is you want. You reprogram your subconscious mind while you're sleeping. And then basically you are going to see the change, and you are going to start to manifest that which you want in your life, whatever it is. Be more spiritual, be rich, be wealthy, own a lot of things, be, a huge company, whatever it is you want to be. Help other people in the world, feed the homeless, or shelter the homeless, feed the homeless, whatever it is you want, you can do it. And with that wealth, you can do it for a lot more people than you can if you're just one or two people. So here's 3 tips of what you do every single day. Before you sleep, put on your headphones, pick any affirmation program online. I like Psych-K, that's a new one that's on there. I put the headphones in, put it on low volume, or listen to binaural beats, or any kind of theta 432 hertz or higher. And that's going to send subliminal messages or verbal messages, or record yourself and listen to those, talking about all the things that you are to reprogram your subconscious mind. Number 2, every morning when you wake up, speak your list of positive affirmations and do it with emotion and put energy in it. No energy, affirmation won't count. It's just words coming out of your mouth. You might as well be talking to the wall, or the hand, as they say. And number 3, throughout the day, take a break, hyper-focus with your focused mind, shut down your subconscious and say, wait a minute, I'm taking over. I'm in control. I'm running the show now. Okay? And then hyper-focus on those affirmations and those things you truly want. Okay? So have a good day. I hope you enjoy. Like, subscribe, and share. Stick around. And my next video in a couple of days I should upload will be Motivation 103. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.